What's up, y'all? We're just making it here in time, but we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway getting ready for a Money Grand National Series race before the big one on Sunday. Baseball ran a little bit long, but it finished just in time for us to catch the start of this race. On pole is the number 39 is Kurt Busch racing for Team Penske. On his outside is the 54 of Hermie Sadler in the Toys R Us machine. Behind them, Chad Blunt and Jeff Burton. Green flag in the air. We're racing from Las Vegas. I apologize for us just catching the start, but hey, we're racing now, so let's not even think about it. Green flag in the air. Look at Shane Meal in the 48 already taking up 3 wide here as he dives down to the bottom and tries to take second away from your second place and third place starters. Further back, we got him 3 wide and 4 wide for a split second. One bounces off the wall. Chris Mack trying that higher line. Couldn't quite get that grip to come in quite yet. They're going to keep trying it though. They're going to make that line work sooner or later, but he's trying to get up there now. Lay some rubber down, get some grip up there. Couple drivers testing the waters on the high side. So it's not just Chris Mack. You see Jamie McMurray up there in the 64 as well. The 57 of Brian Vickers. He's gonna have no choice but to try it here. He's stuck on the high side as well as Elliott Sattler. And Chris Mack's gonna go way higher up on the racetrack. He's closer to the wall. Now they're 4 wide off turn 2. Oh boy, that's not gonna end well. They're wrecking. Stedman Marlin was the first to go sideways, and we got a big crash. Oh, and one more piles in right in the Bernie Lamar. That's the 32 of Dave Blaney with a late hit there. And the caution is out. Kurt Busch is your leader. Chris Mack, this is not how we wanted this race to start out. Already involved in the crash 3 laps in. And let's see what happened here. Doesn't have significant damage though. If we're going to be completely honest, he might still have a chance to win it, but 4 wide, they just ran out of room, and 2 things kind of happened at once. So Clint Boyer gets in the... No, okay, hold on, we're going to need to find a better angle. So up here, you see Randy LaJoie gets into Clint Boyer, sending Clint into Stedman, and at the same time, the 66 is getting hooked by the 57, and they all just kind of ran out of room and got stacked together there. I mean, they're 4 wide, and everyone's trying to get as high up on the track as they can to get a good arc into the corner, and they're all just stacked right on top of each other there. So that definitely wasn't going to end well in any way. Drivers just getting aggressive early on here. Lucky for Chris Mack though, nobody else clobbered him. Same cannot be said for Bernie Lamar. He got leveled by the 32 car. A wicked hit, but luckily everybody's okay. We're gonna take a look at a few onboards here before we move on. That was the few for the 86 Papyrus Racing Machine. Chris Mack had really nowhere to go. He's pinned against the wall at this point. There's nothing he can do about it. Let's watch from Stedman view. Let's bring it back one more time. We're gonna watch Clint Boyer's on board. So from the tubes on board, it looked like he just turned left and hooked Stedman Marlin, but we know that's not the case. We watched it from the helicopter cam and saw Randy LaJoie got into the side of that 2 car and sent Clint Boyer spinning. Let's go ahead and jump to the restart now. believe we're going Yes, we are. So, Kurt Busch is your leader on the restart with Hermie Sadler right behind him. Chad Blunt in third. Pace car is in. Here we go. Let's try this again. Coming to complete lap 7 as we take the green flag, and we're rolling once again. Hermie Sadler looking to the inside already. He decided he wants to try to get up there and lead a couple laps. Kurt Busch goes down to the bottom, blocks that run. Hermie's brother Elliott also in the field, driving that number 90 machine. Look at Shane Meal down on the bottom, trying to get underneath Hermie Sadler. They're 3 wide. That got really close, but they made it work as Kevin Harvick gets aggressive here. He's trying to gain some ground there on the bottom. Jason Leffler underneath Reed Sorensen in the 41 car. He's in a Ganassi sandwich right now. He's got Sorensen in front of him, Casey Mears behind him. This is going to be interesting. Here to 86's tire screaming as he desperately tries to get that car to turn on the high side, just wants to gain some ground. Hornaday not doing too well on the high side. We saw him look like he had to check up or something. He lost a lot of momentum and was falling back. JJ Yaley's going to try it. He's not going to quite get it to work. Contact. Matt Kenseth got into the back of him there to keep it straight. Here comes Elliott Sadler underneath Yaley. Kenseth and Yaley falling back in that middle lane. David Green working his way up. He's trying to get underneath John Andretti in the 10 car. Andretti just clears Scott Wimmer in the 66, slides up in front of him, and he's got a push from Johnny Sauter as well in the 00. Casey Mears charging through the fields. He works his way past Kyle Busch. He's trying to get to the front. Jason Leffler passing Reed Sorensen back. Sorensen fighting back on the high side though. Danny O'Quinn behind them. There are battles all over the place right now. Look at Mike Harmon trying to make the high side work. Not quite able to do it as Carl Edwards gets underneath him. And here comes Chris Mack trying to work his way back up through the field. This crew repaired that damage quite nicely. See a slight scratch on the door of that number 86, but it's not too bad. They patched it up pretty well. Wide off turn 4 once again. Meanwhile up front, we got a battle for the lead brewing. Kevin Harvick has worked his way up into 2nd place and is now trying to chase down Kurt Busch. 3 cars battling for P3 behind them. It's a freight train of cars. It's Jeff Burton leading that train. Chad Blunt in the middle, and Mark Martin says he's tired of being a caboose. He wants to get up there, and we got a caution. Car spun. Oh, Chris Mack's car is destroyed, as well as the 50 of Danny O'Quinn. What happened here? Another car with damage. That's the 1 of Jason Keller, and Casey Kane in the 9 as well. Clint Boyer's got roof damage on that car. What happened here on the front straightaway? Tony Hines with damage in the number 14 car. A lot is going on here. We're going to have to figure out what just happened on the front straightaway. Alright, let's see. Where's Boyer? I believe he's further back. Yeah, he's back there. So, let's see. Chris Mack. Oh, just not clear. As he cuts across the nose of the 50 and... Oh, man. Wicked hit, and another one. Huge impact. Boyer got hit so hard it dented the roof of his car a little bit. Let's take it back one more time. Chris Mack tries to cut across in front of the 50 and just isn't clear. Spotter and driver communication is key, and that's one of those times where it just didn't work out. Oh man, that's a big hit from Jason Keller. And at the same time, Flint Boyer gets hit hard by Tony Hines, and that launches the car in the air. All four wheels got off the ground, or 3 of the 4 wheels got off the ground. But luckily the car sets back down, doesn't turn over. Look at Jason Keller all the way down to the inside wall in that number 1 car. He qualified on pole for our last race here in the series at Mexico City, but obviously you go from highs to lows here as he gets taken out early. Alright, so that's our second caution of the day. Let's go ahead and jump forward and get this thing restarted. Kurt Busch still your leader, but now he's going to have strong competition from behind. That's Kevin Harvick in the 21. Pace car is in. Let's kick things off once again here. Kurt Busch with a great jump on the restart. Harvick wasn't expecting that. Slid his tires a little bit, but he's got a teammate behind him. His teammate's going to not force the issue. He's going to stay behind Harvick here and try to push him back up to the front. Staying in line, working together as they get up to speed here, and that's helping Harvick a lot. Here he comes, Harvick with a run through 3 and 4 on Kurt Busch. Can he get there? Contact further back, and we got a wreck. Oh, this is going to be big. Mark McFarland goes upside down and rolls down the front straightaway. A wild wreck. Look at that car, up and over and over, and Ron Hornaday is destroyed. Takes that car straight to pit road. McFarland is driving that car. What? Mark McFarland just tumbled about 7 times, and he's driving that thing away from the accident scene. How about that? That just shows you how tough these cars are. But man, what just happened? There was a lot going down there. We saw the 8 up into the outside wall. The 17 was up there with him as well. The 33 got turned sideways. They kept it straight, and then they didn't. So let's see what happened here. Oh, they're against the wall, and then the 17 gets shot back down the track, bounces off the door of Kyle Busch, and goes sideways, perpendicular to the field, in front of traffic, and that sets off a big accident. McFarland's car gets the worst of it, and then Tony Hines just fails to hit the brake pedal. Goes right into the back of Mike Harmon. Alright, so let's look at it one more time, or a couple more times, because we got a lot of cleaning up to do on the front straightaway. That's going to cause us to throw the red flag. Oh, that's what it was. So let's bring it back here. Kinza tries to dive underneath the 18, but he also tries to take the middle line. I guess he's trying to force him to run higher, and they make contact. The 18 kept coming down. They make contact, get stuck together pretty much, and then with them being stuck together like that, they go straight up the track in the 33 of Hornaday. Hornaday gets squeezed into the wall, and then the 17 slides back down, bounces off the 5, and collects McFarland. Randy LaJoie has nowhere to go. Hermie Sattler started second in this race. He's going to get collected. The 88 slides and rolls on its roof and then starts tumbling end over end, side over side first, and then goes end over end. You see nose, rear, back to the nose, and then it slams down on the tires. Let's watch it one more time in full speed. Joe Nemechek got some damage in that as well. So About a 7-car pileup here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll be back right after this. We'll be getting this thing back underway here shortly. Alright, there we go. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again here from Las Vegas. So Mark Martin is your new leader. Forgot to mention a lot of the top key players in this race did pit and take fresh tires. You see that with Harvick right now as he's charging back up through the field, and he's gonna get back up to 3rd place here. And now he's gonna be able to run these two down. The top two are side by side for the lead. Shane Meal trying to take it away from Mark Martin, but here comes Harvick. Harvick looks like he has a rocket strapped to the back of that thing, and he's gonna stay loyal to the bottom of the track. He's gonna stay behind Shane Meal and pushes Meal to the front. So Chevy's working together here, but that's not gonna last for long because Harvick is hungry. He wants to lead. He knows he's got the fastest car right now, and we got a wreck. It's Nemechek on the front straightaway, sideways. Driver's door facing the pack, and one just squeezing by. That's Tony Hines. Man, we're gonna have to do something about him because he keeps flying either into or close to these wrecks. At the stripe is gonna be, I believe that was the 48. It was Shane Meal, your leader, at the line, but man, that was close. Let's slow it down. I apologize for that. Let's slow it down really quickly and see just how close it was at the line for the lead here. Oh, man. That is not even an inch. That is very close. But you see the 48's nose just ahead of Harvick's car. Alright, let's see what happened. Oh, no! Kurt Busch, your pole sitter, with issues here. I believe he was involved in the wreck. He was. What happened? Did he cause it? Where's Nemechek? Joe Nemechek's up here. No, that's the 20. My bad. Got the colors, or the cars mixed up. They're the same color. So it looks like Kurt Busch is gonna get into the back of Carl Edwards. He does. Since Edwards is into the wall, they keep it straight, and then David Green has so much speed and nowhere to go. Comes up behind the 39, spins him, and hard hit. Jason Leffler. Oh, and another one. Nemechek came in with nowhere to go, and that's why his car was sitting there on the front straightaway, just sideways, driver's door facing traffic. And then watch the 14 comes flying by at 155 miles an hour. It's dangerous. Could have seriously hurt Joe Nemechek if he hit him there. So let's watch it again from another angle. Looks like Kurt misjudged it there. Thought he had enough room to get underneath that 60, but instead just ran right into him. Shoved him into the wall. As he tries to gather it back up, here comes David Green. He's going to spin that 39 car. And I mean, Green had pretty much no time to react. That happened right in front of him. The 39 is going to spin. Bang! Jason Leffler right into him. Bounces off the wall. Slides down. Another big impact. That's Joe Nemechek, nowhere to go. JJ Ailey does a nice job getting on the brakes. So does Herbie Sadler. Nemechek slides into the wall. Luckily that's a safer barrier, so these guys didn't hit too hard. But man, that's a tough break for all these guys having such good runs until that happened. Kurt Busch was your pole sitter. He led the first however many laps. He's out of it now. Let's go ahead and get things back underway. Green flag back in the air. Shane Meal trying to get the jump, but on older tires, not able to accelerate quite as well as Harvick is. Harvick going to be able to run him right back down here. So get a beautiful flyby angle there. Here comes Harvick underneath the 48. He's going to try it again here. But Shane Meal seems to have found something on that outside lane because he is holding on pretty good there. But new tires prevail, and here comes Harvick and Shane Meal now battling Mark Martin for second. Martin, though, seems to have found something. And here comes Martin's teammate. That's Greg Biffle in the 16 as well. Two Roush cars working their way up to the front. The 11 at Paul Menard and the 22 side by side. Kenny Wallace is up there trying to fight back. Can't quite get it to work. You have to roll that middle and that top just right to get it to work. The drivers still haven't really figured that out yet. Can't drive it in like normally, like how they normally would. They have to change it up a little bit. These drivers trying to figure it out, and they are struggling, as you can see. Hamlin seems to have figured it out. He's gonna fight back on the high side. He's got a push from the 29 as well. He's gonna try to clear Elliott Sadler down the backstretch. Can't quite. He's gonna try it again through 3 and 4. But now Sadler's got some help. It's the 44 of Harmon pushing him through. Kevin Harvick, though, he is checked out. Way ahead of Shane Meal here. Nearly a second, but Tony Hines just off the pace. We're coming up to lap him already. The next 5 laps, I guarantee you, we'll see that 14 car. So we'll see how this plays out, but lap traffic can always be a factor. So I wouldn't count Meal out yet if he can just stay right there and stay in position. But there's a lot of cars that haven't pitted yet. We don't know who all can make it to the end. I mean, this is a 70-lap race, I believe. I can't remember the actual original distance, but it was around 70, 71, 72. And that's way longer than the fuel window, so we'll see. Gotta remember, we also have the green-white checkers rule, so that could also mess people's strategies up. So we're gonna have to really just wait around and see how this one plays out. But Kevin Harvick just running away with it right now. But that's at the moment. 39 laps, or 38 laps complete. And we've got lap traffic here as we're about to go to break. Kevin Harvick is going to have to figure out how to get by this guy as quickly as he possibly can as he gets held up. Here comes Shane Meal. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are under caution once again after our longest green flag run of the day. We're back under yellow, and it is for, let's find it here, hold on. It is for the 25 of Ashton Lewis, as they came up to lap the 14. The 29 gets into the back of the 14, sends him down into the 25, and he spins through the grass. So, tough break for Ashton Lewis there. No fault of the 14s there, I would say. He was up as high on the track as he could be without hitting the wall. The 29 just got into the back of him. I know we were hard on the 14 all race. Tony Hines kind of arca braking his way into wrecks, but that was no fault of his own. He was just wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. I'm not sure how else to describe it, but That is the reason for the caution, and yeah, here we go. Oh boy, not many cars left on the lead lap here. Only 7 cars that are on the lead lap. Everybody else had to, or your leaders had to pit. Everybody else had to stay out to hope for a chance to stay on the lead lap. So this is going to get chaotic. We've got your lap cars restarting on the inside, and they're ahead of the leader. So any of these guys can get their laps back on this restart if we get a quick caution. We got a lot of cars at the tail end of the lead lap restarting in front of your leaders. And then we got Kevin Harvick, who's the fastest car on the track today, with another fast race car and similar equipment, Martin Truex Jr. in the 8 behind him. So, oh boy, this is gonna be interesting, either in a good way or a bad way. Well, who knows? It could be both. But coming around to restart things here from Las Vegas. Pace car is in. Watching Kevin Harvick. Let's go ahead and just watch this angle here. Green flag back in the air. You hear these guys accelerating, and they're gonna cross the line there. You see it, and now already a couple cars getting held up. That's the 14 of Hines, way off the pace. Is that John Andretti that just took the lead? No, he's a lap down, I believe. Yeah. So where's your leader? That is the real question. Is there 3 wide here? And now, are they pitting? Okay, I was about to say. Oh, contact! Menard got sideways there as he moves up in the... What position is that? That's the lead! Okay, so Paul Menard is your leader. Things are getting very confusing here, but Paul Menard is your leader. He's got Mark Martin all over his back bumper. Here comes the 48 of Shane Meal. And then they've got lap traffic all over the place. So they're gonna have to figure this out. Kevin Harvick, what happened to him? He got shuffled back there on the restart. He's trying to work his way back up. He knows he has the fastest car, so he's gonna be patient here. But you know he's got to be frustrated, knowing that he lost the lead due to just a lot of confusion on the restart. Kenny Wallace hops down in front of that 21 car, so Harvick's going to have to wait for him to move back up on the exit of the corner before he can try to get underneath. Kenny Wallace knows that. He's going to try to block for as long as he can, and now here comes Harvick underneath, entering turns 1 and 2. Drives it in deep and gets it to stick. So now Mark Martin's your leader. But here comes Paul Menard and Greg Biffle. But Menard's getting held up by Ashton Lewis. Here comes Biffle up high. And now here comes Kevin Harvick. Where's Harvick going to go? He's going to go low. He's going to follow Menard through. That's another DEI or Chance 2 Motorsport. I can't remember what the team was back then. That's another one of those cars. So they're all pretty much in the same equipment here. It's not going to be easy for Harvick. Or will it? Reed Sorensen holding up that 11. But Menard gets underneath him. Meanwhile, out in front, Shane Meal and Mark Martin battling for the lead here as Meal just took the lead. Martin all over his back bumper. Had to let off a little bit to avoid turning him there, but Martin getting very aggressive here as he dives underneath Shane Meal. And these MG Cup drivers going to race tomorrow as well. These guys trying to get some experience for tomorrow's race, but they also want to win. That's more important to them. Winning at this point. And we're closing in on the end of this race, so I think it's going to get interesting here. But Kevin Harvick has now moved his way back up in the 3rd. Oh boy, this is going to be a wild one. Lapped cars are everywhere. And we have to take one final break before the end of this race. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. The cautions is out once again from Las Vegas. And this time, it is for a confusing accident, I believe, that happened in 3 and 4. Or was it on the front stretch? Yeah, it happened on the front stretch. Okay, so let's bring it back here. Oh boy, Tony Hines is not having a good day here today. Yeah, that was on him. We've been brutally honest all day. The 22 got up behind the 14. Tony Hines probably trying to get out of the way of the 22. Moves down right into the path of the 8. He tried to move back up at the last second, but it was too late. Takes out Truex. Takes out Kenny Wallace. Oh, and then Reed Sorensen gets plowed into by Ashton Lewis. They straighten it out. But man, the 8, that is just a tough break for Martin Truex Jr. He had such a good run going. But doesn't look like today is his day, unfortunately. And now we're wrecking under caution because Ron Hornaday couldn't put the brakes on in time and ran right into the back of the 41. And now the 14 trying to get back up. So his right position is going to fly around the track, slow down, just avoids the wreck between teammates. Not sure what happened there. We're going to have a lot to dissect here. The 25 moving at a snail's pace as these guys try to catch the field and they have nowhere to go but right into the back of them. If they were supposed to pass the pace car and the 25 just kind of stopped right behind it. Mears nowhere to go, runs right into the back of him, and then Sorensen nowhere to go, runs into the back of Mears after he hit the 25, and then Lewis takes that burst of momentum and goes by the pace car like he was originally supposed to, and that's what caused this wreck under caution. So yeah, lots of confusing stuff going on here, but your race leader is Mark Martin, and he's going to have a minefield of lap traffic to deal with once again here. We're going to rack him back up and send him off once again here from Las Vegas. Only 7 cars. Officially, there are 13, but only 7 cars on the lead lap. Everybody else is at the tail or a lap down. Oh boy. This is not going to be good. This is going to be chaos one way or another. And personally, I'm all for it. Pace car is in. Things are about to begin once again with 15 laps to go here from Las Vegas. Green flag back in the air. They're racing once again here from Vegas. 17 holding up the inside on the restart. Here comes Shane Meal. He sees a window of opportunity. He's going to try to dive down to the bottom. Big mistake, maybe. No, he's going to move that 60 up right in front of his teammate. So Mark Martin's going to get held up. Here comes the 10. It was a lap car. Martin's going to get freight trained by lap traffic. But now here comes the 21 of Kevin Harvick as well, up into the mix. Harvick is in the picture. The 5 is a lap down, but the 16 isn't. The 16 trying to work his way up. Kevin Harvick trying to work his way up. The 8 of Truex trying to stay in it here. He didn't lose so many spots after that wreck, and he doesn't look like that damage is affecting him too much. He's still got a chance to win this thing. How about Paul Menard up in the picture, as well as Kenny Wallace, who was also involved in that wreck. They're all right there. With these lap cars being in the way, who knows what can happen? Literally anything can happen. But Shane Meal has taken advantage. He's running away with it. Your Daytona winner, looking to win his 2nd race of the season. But not if Harvick has anything to say about that. Look at him charging on the high side there. And Truex going to try to follow through. Gets blocked by the 5 of Kyle Busch. Now here comes the 16 and the 6 as they push and shove and work together. And they're going to be 3 wide off turn 4. No, not quite. Truex backs out of it. Stays behind the 5 instead. Now he's going to move underneath. Coming to 10 laps to go. Oh boy. Or no, I believe that was actually 11 to go. Just coming to the green there. So actually, I believe there are 72 laps in the race. I gotta think for a second. So I believe there were 72 or 71 laps in the race. So that means there probably is an overtime. I don't know. We'll just wait and see. Three wide with lap cars everywhere. It's all coming down to this here from Las Vegas. Kevin Harvick running down the 48. Shane Meal just trying to hang on. He's got a handful of laps left. Can he make it to the end? Can they survive a couple more laps? 10. Well, the ticker's showing 9 to go now, but I'm still unsure of what the original race distance actually is. But Kevin Harvick is right there. He's closing in. Shane Meal doesn't have anything for him, I don't think. Harvick had to back out of it on entry, or didn't have to, but he decided to. Now here comes Mark Martin. Harvick decided he didn't want to dive it in there. He's going to try it again. Meal blocks. Harvick had to check up. Didn't want to turn him. Meal with a risky move. A dangerous block being thrown there by the 48 car. Now that allows the 6 of Mark Martin up into the picture. Martin's up into the mix, and that's going to throw things off. He tried to look to the inside. Had no draft to help him there. Fell back in line immediately. Now here comes Harvick underneath the 48 car. The 6 is going to try to help the 48 as much as he can. Can't quite. Martin trying to follow through. Meal on the high side, trying to fight back. Can he get that run on exit? He's going to use the draft from the lap car to his advantage if he can. Mike Harmon. Where's he going to go? Harmon's going to go down to the bottom. Shane Meal rolling the top, hoping for something. A miracle. Not going to happen here. Not quite going to work for Shane Meal as he falls back. And here comes Kevin Harvick. Harvick diving low. Not able to do it. Here comes the 6 of Martin in the middle line. Dirty air is a factor as well. The 44 of Harmon held up the 6 just enough. And my alarm's going off. Hold on. Such great racing here from the closing laps from Las Vegas. Oh my goodness, I'm so thrown off by that. Anyways, here comes Martin. Mark Martin on the inside of Kevin Harvick, side by side for the race lead. Harvick has to surrender the position. He's going to try to fight back though. He's not going to give it up that easily. Mark Martin, your new leader. Harvick trying his best, trying everything he can to reel him back in, using that draft to his advantage. Kevin Harvick, what can he do at this point? Does Mark Martin have the better car? It looks like it. Martin pulling away down the front stretch. 2 to go. Or is it 3? Alright, ticker isn't changing, so I guess it's 3 to go. I'm not used to the ticker changing that fast. Wow. Here we go. 2 laps left here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kevin Harvick and Mark Martin fought tooth and nail for the lead. Harvick doesn't seem to have anything left. It looks like this race is in the bag for Mark Martin. white flag one more time around for Mark Martin. One lap car is Chad Blunt. I don't believe they'll catch him. In the 3 and 4 for the final time. Martin, Harvick, 1 and 2. Out of turn 4. Mark Martin is going to win from Las Vegas. What a battle between he and Harvick. But experience pays off for Mark Martin. As young Kevin Harvick tried everything he could and probably used up all his stuff doing so. So that's gonna do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. See y'all next time, and until then, peace.